first of its kind, the first dome anywhere.
The Dome with Bamfomania.
Quit looking at your
show.
phone, bro. This sucks. Come on, man.
I was just like kind of warming up to the intro.
Nah, man. You're lucky they can't see us right now.
Why can't they see us?
Because you don't put the video on Patreon, bro.
Usually I don't. But, maybe this would be outstanding.
When it's only one angle like we're doing right now, would it really be that hard?
No, you're right. One angle. I could do that. Wouldn't be too difficult.
I got one angle for you. There's the new Scary Movie. It's officially green-lit. Anna Faris and Regina Hall are coming back. And it's been a while since Scary Movie 5. That was the last one. I just realized I never did any adjusting. And so there's been over 10 years of horror movies to parody since the last one that came out. I think it came out in 2013.
Damn, that's a good point.
So I was just thinking this morning about like what we might see in Scary Movie 6. And to get to that, I went online and I was trying to figure out like what are the highest grossing horror films from the last 10 years or whatever, because that's usually what they go for. They're not going for the indie horror film.
They're not gonna mock It Follows.
They might. It Follows was a hit.
That one would be so good if they.
But how would they mock It Follows? Because that one, there is a degree of humor in the fact that a big part of It Follows is that it gets like your own family member to rape you to death or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
The way I phrased it was not humorous at all.
Zero humor.
But you could figure out a way to make that funny, like some sort of like the It Follows demon catches you doing your laundry and you're stuck in the washer.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Oh, that's a good porno idea.
That's the classic incest porn idea or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised. It Follows, that could be in there. It was that's probably the highest grossing horror film of the last 10 years. Is It 1 and 2. So okay, clown horror or whatever. So okay, a lot of these movies, a lot of the horror, the scary movies, they follow like a central plot that is like, and they insert little things.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a horror film that is the central plot. But first, let me go through the highest grossing horror films of the last 10 years.
Okay.
We got It 1 and 2. I'm talking about Pennywise, lick a clown, what it do? I was trying to say Little Man, I swear. Yo, the next thing was The Nun, and after that it was Sinners.
Yo, what you know? I'm little like that dude Stewart, but it ain't a horror film. Yeah, I'm about to do a bunch of reviews on a list I looked up online. Horror films, yeah, I love them. Yeah, I'm feeling fine.
Quiet Place 1 and 2, they were fun movies, not very scary, but what can you do? Jim from The Office, he's pretty cool, I guess. The Conjuring also made a lot of bread.
Yeah, The Conjuring, also Heretic or something like that, my bitch. The one where the girls show up at the house and Hugh Jackman
that movie didn't make shit, bro.
No, they make anything?
No, I mean, it is one of the best horror films of the last 10 years, but it was not on the list.
I haven't even seen it.
It's good. Heretic? You gotta check it out.
Dude, I got so many movies on the list. I finally finished Breaking Bad with it's over.
Thank goodness. That's a good one. Man. I mean, we could just talk about that the whole episode, but we're not gonna, folks. Maybe just a little bit at the end.
A little bit.
Get Out. Annabelle.
Oh, Get Out's so big.
Annabelle was already parodied in Meet the Blacks, wasn't it? Or am I wrong about that? Because that's another thing we have to keep in mind. Meet the Blacks was a pretty successful horror parody movie. Movies parodied in Meet the Blacks, and part of me thinks that they're not gonna use the parodies that were in Meet the Blacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those might be off limits. It was a parody of The Purge, but they did other shit in there too.
Oh yeah, The Purge was like the driving parody.
I could have sworn there was an Annabelle doll in Meet the Blacks, but maybe
there are other dolls that are creepy in movies, horror movies.
Here's what I'm thinking for like the main plot. I think they could go with like a Conjuring thing. There's a husband and wife.
Oh, that's good.
And we could have Anna Faris and someone, or Regina Hall and someone. They are they have to solve this haunting or whatever. It's basically kind of how Scary Movie 3 did with the the central plot of Scary Movie 3 was parodying the Grudge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ton of 8 Mile in there too.
Yeah, randomly they got a and Brokeback Mountain. That might have been 4.
I don't get how like they're just willing to like.
They will dip into non-horror films too. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So this isn't a perfect idea of what we're doing right now. But I saw someone on Twitter make a joke about how they're gonna parody Hereditary, and they're gonna have the little girl just smashing through mailboxes with her head out the window and whatnot, and then Anna Faris is going to turn down a street called Telephone Lane, and then it's just her getting smacked by telephones, and that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
That would be very funny.
Anna Faris is so great in those.
She's so good. I need to do another Anna Faris like deep dive, because I am a huge fan of a lot of her comedy roles. Sometimes she gets shoved into a movie where I'm just like, there's no reason for Anna Faris to be here, and it's not that good. The House Bunny rules.
Yeah.
She's in a sleeper hit called Happy or Smiley Face, it's called.
Never seen that.
I highly recommend it if you can find it somewhere. That's a very interesting stoner comedy where she just plays a lady who's eaten too many pop brownies, and she just does her Anna Faris thing the whole movie. It's glorious.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about brownies.
Hey.
Without pot in them.
Okay.
What?
I would never eat a brownie without pot in it, bro.
Dude.
Unless there was some ice cream.
I had a traumatic experience with pot brownies back in college. You remember? I ate one and just like took off. Yo, I ate a motherfucking saucy brownie.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was astounding the way that it affected me. I was in history class. All of a sudden, I was high as ass.
I was history in the back of the class. Yo, if you missing me, it's because I'm bad, down, bad. That's just how it is now. Ate the brownie, oh wow, high up in the clouds.
Yo, sitting there listening to Mr. Stevenson. All of a sudden, I was high as shit, and I had to go record something after. And the recording was a disaster.
Yo, Mr. Stevenson, was he the one who was a hot man and he was jacked like a hunk, or was that a different guy? Marco, I want to take him and go spark balls.
Yo, Mr. Stevenson was the atheist British dude, and he got me in a litty mood, because he was like, everything you believe is not good.
Damn.
Yeah, you gotta move to the hood.
Damn. He told you to move to the hood?
He was like, dude, Palestine's fucked up. And I was like, it is, dude. He was on point. That dude is like the reason.
He was patting himself on the back after that conversation with you.
Oh yeah, he was like,
I just connected with.
I've done such a good thing for this young boy, this young lad, enlightening him on his past and his people.
Yeah, apparently that guy would shit on him. Richard would tell me he would shit on America and the history of America and whatnot. And be like, yeah, you guys basically fucked up and all this stuff. I don't know. I can't quote him very well, honestly.
Yeah.
I should have.
Well, he was super fucking straight to the point. Like he'd be like, "Oh yeah, this version of religion was invented in like 1890, and this dude Billy Graham started like performing at theaters, and like then people started like getting this like group consciousness about religion."
I just can't understand why people love Billy Graham so goddamn much.
Because he made it fun. Like all of a sudden, instead of like going to a whack ass church, you went to like a stadium, and this guy was like getting you all pumped up, and you were like, "Fuck yeah, dude! There's a God." With all my homies.
Yo, I bet there were other preachers making it fun.
Well, yeah, but like.
I feel like
this
that
was the first white guy.
That was kind of like the whole.
The black preachers were always killing it.
Yeah, you're right, but they would never give them the platform.
But then this
Billy
white dude
Graham.
came through and was like, "Guess what? Mainstream, at scale, boom." Now we're all loving Jesus. But the Stevenson. I took the brownie before the class started. By the end of the class, I was a ghost of a man. And
I wish he had like started fucking with you.
Well, I was sitting in the back. He probably didn't notice. I did not apply myself in college.
Everyone, David's high. David had just ate a pot brownie, folks. Everyone turn and look at David.
Oh, you all right,
His
mate?
family's in Palestine.
They're the opposite of high.
They're quite not high.
They're below sea level. Tragedy.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. I think that there's gonna be so obviously it's gonna start off as a Conjuring parody. Okay, I don't understand. Sinners has to be in there somewhere because it's a thing that the scary movies are also kind of black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do. It's directed by the Wayans brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But deceptively, I didn't realize that till I was older because it is a melting pot in those films. But
Yeah.
like it's grounded in like
some
black
black
humor.
humor.
Yeah, for sure.
That whole like what's up on the phone thing.
Yeah, very funny.
That's a classic.
Classic. So we got to get Sinners in there. So it's like we got The Conjuring.
Sinners, It. Conjuring, Sinners, It.
Well, and then Get Out and Us are both black-centric horror films.
Oh, you're right. Get Out's a no-brainer. We said maybe It Follows.
I wonder if you could maybe combine Get Out and Sinners a little bit because it's about being in a place and it's better to not be in the place.
The inability to get out.
or if, from the vampire's perspective to get in. You haven't seen Sinners.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, you did see it. Oh,
Yeah, I
okay,
saw it
okay.
before you.
Yeah, but then also that's just the thing that is vampires. They got to be invited in. Smile is a very high grossing.
Oh, I like those movies.
Yeah, but okay, so maybe the demon makes you like hard or something, like,
Or he makes you fart.
It's got to be something shows on your physicality.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Makes you Chinese, like
Yes, that's crazy. That's
something like that.
makes your hair grow.
The demon just turned me Chinese. It's a curse, yo. This life is the worst. I got people, yo, they're telling me what is first or next. The smile demon causing me stress.
Yo, I was in the toilet peeing. I looked around, all of a sudden I was Korean. Because the demon came out of me. Now all of a sudden I look really Cantonese.
I'm Cantonese, Vietnamese, can't you please? I'm getting cursed by some DEMONS's. Yeah, the demons in my life, and it is not the bestest.
It's not the bestest. Now I'm dressing with some slippers that got the wooden bottoms. Yeah, you know, strippers wear those kind of shoes overseas where the people is more Chinese.
Yeah, I'll rap about being cursed to look Chinese.
That's funny.
Yeah. So that's the bit about. Okay, so that's how they utilize Smile. Is the demon makes you look Chinese. I think that works. Us, I barely remember what Us was even about.
There's an alien.
No, it wasn't. It was like there was like clones of you that lived underground, and the clones had enough.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm confusing it with. He has a third one where there's an alien in the sky.
Oh,
That's how not.
Nope.
That's how not memorable the
It
second
was called
two.
Nope. Which, yeah, I would say.
Get Out was the opus.
Which I still really like Us and Nope. They're fun movies and unique, but he is running the risk of me watching his movies because they're fun and unique, and that's why I watch M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Right, not because they're good.
Right. And I will say he's not there yet, but he might get there if he doesn't step it up a bit.
Yeah, he's got to blow my fucking brains out on the next one. You watched the most recent M. Night Shyamalan or in the stadium?
Yeah. I liked all this. I liked the first two acts, and then the third act where they leave the stadium and end up back at their. That's when I was like, yeah, this sucks. I'm done with this because that's.
You didn't finish it?
No. I watched the rest of
okay.
it, but the whole movie should have just been in the stadium. I thought that
would have been cool.
And I enjoyed the tension building with him, like the various ways he doesn't get caught. Obviously, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
the
of
shit
course.
that he's doing to not get caught, but it's fun. I loved it. You know?
And he keeps on leaving his daughter alone in this massive stadium, just like disappearing for 30, 40 minutes at a time.
Right.
The concert was 7 hours based on how long he was leaving.
And it really just started to piss me off because the third act was obviously just some self-indulgent, like, look at my daughter.
Save the day.
Look at my daughter. She can. It was a showcase of her music, which was kind of crazy. Like they were a scene that at a concert, the scene of the music shouldn't last like an entire minute, but there were multiple long cuts
to promote
his daughter's music, which was kind of weird. And then she's a terrible actress, and all the scenes back at the home were terrible. And I love what's his name? Josh. Is it Josh? Not a Josh. Who's the main guy?
I don't know. He's got a weird smile.
He took a whole like 10-year break from acting, and that was like him coming back to acting was to be in Trap.
In a Shyamalan fucking banger.
And you know what's funny? You know how Kid Cudi's randomly in that movie too?
Yo, and Russ.
Yeah, Kid Cudi. Okay, this guy's name is Josh Hartnett. I got it right, Josh. I knew it. Josh Hartnett directed the Pursuit of Happiness music video.
You told me about this. Such a random like overlay.
Yeah, like apparently they met in like New York, and Kid Cudi was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be huge. We should be friends because I like your movies." And Josh was like, "How about I direct your biggest hit of all time?"
That's tight. That's real tight.
I will say, Seleka Shyamalan, she's a good-looking young woman.
How old is she?
She's definitely 96. She's old enough.
What about this? Have you noticed? It's been hot lately, right?
Of course.
And you mob around Long Beach. I mob around Long Beach because of work. Have you seen increase in cheeks being out recently?
That's just something. That's like my whole life is noticing an increase in cheeks. Because there were no cheeks when I was a boy.
But like I feel like in downtown, as of late, there has been an uptick in cheeks being out in a way that is just super great. I don't even have an angle here. It's just like it's hot. Booty's gotta breathe. Booty's gotta breathe, baby, please. Why'd you pull them cheeks out when they leave? I feel super sad. Gotta pull them out so bad. Yeah, I gotta see them from here way to Baghdad.
That booty, it gotta breathe.
Gotta breathe.
God breathe. Can't you see? Booty, it's gotta breathe. Can't you feel the breeze?
Yeah, you can't let that booty suffocate. And otherwise, in the evening, that booty won't get ate. Cause you gotta keep it clean. That's why it's gotta breathe. And then you gotta hit the bud day for me, baby, please.
I got that booty breathing, so you know my girl is screaming. Ooh. Yeah, she let them girlies out too. It's all peeling. It's peeling to me. Yeah, peel off those panties, yo, and then let it breathe, yo, and then walk down the street.
Thank God for that ass. It came outside, yeah, I saw it through the glass. Somebody please let it pass.
We had some guest nods from Terry in the back there. He was feeling that one. Had to give props.
Yo, that was a hit.
Damn, dude, might have to do something with that. Fuck. Can we stop making hits so I have less to edit?
we need someone to help us edit full time.
If you're willing to edit for us for free and you're as good as me and David are, at least.
Yeah, we'll help you. Just gonna take like 2 years to get you caught up a little bit.
Yeah, for God's sake.
Dude, yesterday I was in the car coming back from seeing a client, and there's this girl on like a bird scooter or Lime.
That's what I call all scooters that I see a bird on, or that I see a girl on. Fuck.
Bird scooter?
Yes. I kind of explained the joke while ruining the joke simultaneously.
Yeah, it's something. But yeah, she had these shorts on that were just like inside of her ass and then just like covering only half of her ass. And we kept on hitting the same lights.
Nice.
So I just was stalking this girl's fucking beautiful ass. But then there were other asses on the other side of the street. There's too much ass. There's too much ass out, and
You need to split the difference on your. David's just driving with both like eyes going opposite directions.
I'm like, all right, you film her. I'm filming this one. What do you like? What do you do in these?
This is
instances?
why robots can't ever develop feelings, because these self-driving cars are going to start getting into accidents.
Looking at ass,
checking out ass.
Yeah, it's a tragedy.
Woo! That's gonna be a phrase. I think we need to start making that a thing.
Fucking, if any of you guys know what the fuck we're talking about, please DM us.
Man.
Well, what I'm saying is it good to look and have and enjoy?
I was taught that the second look is when it becomes a sin.
Right, but what I'm saying from a health perspective, am I like improving my life by staring at these chicks, or would I be better off like not looking?
I've heard that like it's healthy to like have sex, but you're not necessarily having sex when you look at a lady. You're
Right.
just getting horny. So I guess if you like pulled
And I'm
over and
being
jerked
lust-
off,
that would be healthy.
yeah, I'm thinking maybe that's the only way to make this activity healthy. Is
Okay,
you pull
but-
over and jerk off real quick.
But like, I feel like the more elevated humans, like the monks, they're not looking at the ass. They're like,
well, they could jerk off without using their hands.
they just jerk off with their brain.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
jerking
and
off right now.
They're just like sitting there cross-legged, and then a lady just walks by, and
And
they
they
just
come.
blast, and they don't even move. Their face, the facial features don't
Yeah.
change at all. They're
Just
completely
like a single tear.
Yeah,
Because I just been thinking, I'm like, there's too much ass, and then I can't do anything about pursuing the ass. Like if I was in like a different phase of life, like maybe seeing the ass would get me like, dude, I got to get out there. I got to get jacked. Like it would motivate me to pursue success. But it's just like inconveniencing me. I'm like, now I'm thinking about ass. I got to think about getting this money or, something else. So I think ass is actually non-productive in a sense.
I just thought about this. I'm on the pursuit of man penis, and I know.
Woo! That's gay.
Hey,
That's pretty good.
Josh Hart in it. Hit me up.
Yeah. I had a good one that I think I already told you.
Okay, so I did the exact same thing that you did, but I felt better about myself because I wasn't like objectifying her. I was like treating her like a work of art. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you go.
I was just-
Perspective.
I was
shit.
over. She was on a bike and I was driving, and I was just like, "This is a beautiful creature of God, and God has blessed me with the opportunity to gaze at her butt cheeks." But the cheeks were really out. She's on a bike, looking good, healthy, riding what I like.
How could you deny a deity? When I keep staring at she, and she's the ultimate beauty. There must be a he that brought her to me.
He, or maybe God is a woman. What you know about? And yeah, she's strolling down the street with both of them fat cheeks hanging out, and I look at that all week.
Yeah, I'm getting sloppy when I stare at that fucking body. I might get into a car accident because of what the cheeks did to my man.
Yeah, I just crashed my whip because I got too much blood in my dick because I was looking at this lady, her big butt, it was hanging out, she had to strut.
Oh, the mess I would have made if I seen a chest. That's the other thing. Like, the tits aren't even part of the equation.
I remember when I was like 8 years old, not 8, I hadn't started jerking off yet. When I was like 14 years old, I remember being like, I wish there was a way that I could secretly jerk off so I could be like a voyeur, like on a train while looking at a hot chick, and like, because you're an insane person when you're 14.
Testosterone
You're
is
basically a
7,000.
sex criminal when you're about 14. So that was kind of, I had that thought legitimately as a child, where I was just being like, man, that lady's so hot. I wish I could jerk off right now somehow.
Well,
But you know what separates me from the animals is I never did it.
No, that means
I just really want to.
you're a man of God.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with 16-year-olds. Like, I want to fuck them, but I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm not a pedophile.
Hey, and folks, if you take any umbrage with what David just said, just watch the first episode of Gillian Keeves. They really lay that shit out. It's hilarious when they bring out the 16-year-old and the 18-year-old, and they're like,
I haven't seen that.
Really? It's a good one. The premise is that it's like the 1800s, and they're deciding the age of consent or whatever, and they bring out a 16-year-old and an 18-year-old, and they're like, all right, which one of these girls is 18? And they're just like,
fuck. And that was without the over-sexualization of teenagers that exists now. Anyways, I shouldn't have clarified that.
I wish I could remember the every time we talk about that, I think of the other Gillian Keeves.
Yeah,
sketch.
the uncles.
Yeah, as developed as she may seem, it doesn't mean that she's 18. Yeah, I think that's what the rhyme is.
Yeah, dude. It's if they can't speak English very well, they're probably sub 20.
They might just be ESL,
Bro, if an 18-year-old is hot and intelligent, it's dangerous out here.
I don't know. The other day I was watching this episode of Cut, and it's an old episode, kind of a legendary episode where they have like these teenagers on, and it was this one where this fish girl is like really annoying. Maybe you've seen it. She's all talking about how she wants to. Okay, so the premise is it's like five like 16-year-olds are in a room and they have to decide who gets $1,000, and they get to present their stories or whatever. And one of the girls that was talking was like very smart, and I just remember being like, wow, this chick is talking like a 30-year-old right now. So I do think that there is opportunity for variance, you know what I mean? Because I was honestly put off. I was like, what the hell? Like, she was presenting concepts that I was like, I would never think like that as a 16-year-old.
Do you think we also discredit ourselves a little bit too much? Like, because of where I'm at now in life, I do believe that I was completely moronic any moment prior to last week. But when I was 17, I had some fucking good ideas, and I always remember getting complimented by adults being like, you're really smart.
Yeah, but they were good ideas in the lexicon of what was considered a good idea in the communities that we were involved in.
You're
right.
What I mean? You're right. It's just for that environment, we were smart, but for like
in the same way, like that, like a Christian will.
Right, but
I remember there were people in my Christian community who thought that rap songs were cool, which were just the Christian version of a popular rap song. Like, it played like a Weird Al parody of the song. It had the same cadence, same delivery, but instead they were rapping about Jesus. And they would listen to that instead, and I just remember being like, what the fuck is this shit? This is dog shit. And I listened to Christian rap growing up, and I remember listening to that stuff and being like, yo, this sucks.
It has no soul because it's a ripoff.
But I loved Weird Al. I was down with parodies.
Parodies can have soul. Like, there's a difference between, like, when we make a gay remake, that has passion in it.
Right. And I think that what we're doing is carrying on the Weird Al legacy when we do that. Because the modern human mind does not have the time to ingest like 3 minutes of a parody song. So we just do one line and it's cool and it's done. Bye.
All it takes is one line up my nostril. I mean, when I'm singing, yeah, it's impossible for me to not make a song sound queer. Oh dear, I want to do it before I steer.
I'm steering over into some gay shit. When I hear a new song, I just have to say it in a crazy gay way. The next day, what's a popular song? Tell me and I'll make it gay.
Yeah, I'm crossing to the other side with homosexuals. Yeah, it's real fun, and yeah, it's complex, you know? When I'm trying to spit a massive flow that comes out talking about penis and butts, bro.
Penis and butts, struts, yeah, I love it, yo, I can't get enough. And that's where I shove it, is in the back door of my stuff. Yeah, no, but I'm not connected to modern pop music. Otherwise, I would do it more often. I can't think of any, like, do they play like music at your at your T-Mobile location?
No,
that's what I was saying. It's an
like
office building, right? Yeah. So
yeah, when I worked in retail, I do remember like hearing a lot of pop music. You know what's the worst about working in retail? Holiday music, bro.
yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
That would suck.
The advent of online shopping is so beneficial to the human psyche. If anything, just to avoid holiday music at the mall.
A song that I've been into lately is I don't think it's like on the radio or anything, but it might be. I have no idea. You know Pink Pantheress?
No.
Damn, dude. She has this one song called Illegal, and she's just like, my name is Pink, and I really like, and it's really nice to meet you. So it could be like,
right, but all the songs that are playing at malls and fucking gyms, you're hearing them on TikTok or on Instagram. Like they're going viral on social media, and then they're playing at malls.
the only songs I ever hear on Instagram or TikTok are bad ones of people who aren't in the industry.
Okay.
I like never hear.
But what I mean is like if you're scrolling through Reels, which I know you don't do, but a ton of people who are consuming short form content in reel form are encountering viral hits, and those are the songs that are ending up in like even commercials on cable. Like social media is where music is blowing up, and I don't know. That's it's hard to predict how it happens, but I think a lot of the shit that I end up, the song that I was telling you about earlier, "Gang Gang" by fucking Chef Boy, I keep on seeing clips of people dancing to it, and the dances are very like gang style, like Crip walking or what. I think he's a Blood, but it's like gang dances,
Gangnam Style.
yeah, and so the dances are cool. They're technically cultural appropriation, but the chick I saw dancing today was fucking Mexican, so she could probably do it. And then I went and listened to the song. I was like, this song is hard. I have to listen to it. It's probably viral for a reason. And a lot of the verses suck, but the main guy, our boy, Chef Boy, he got it, dude. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but he got, speaking of gang members, happy birthday, Nip. Nip would have been 40 on August 15th.
Bro.
R.I.P. TMC, Victory Lap, fucking whatever. They're doing fucking Metro cards with Nipsey on them.
That's so cool.
You can go to Hyde Park or Compton or like a couple of the Metro
Damn,
stations.
I want to go get one.
I know. They're probably out by now, bro.
Yeah,
It was on the
you're right.
15th. Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, they're gone.
And I saw videos on like the Marathon Instagram where it's just like long lines at the Metro of people who probably don't ride the Metro.
Right. Exactly. People who ride the Metro, I bet maybe 25% of them know who Nip is and would want that.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It fucking crushes my soul. But have you had a Marathon burger?
No, I haven't.
We should-
Did you have one?
I
Was it
haven't.
good?
Me and my lady been meaning to do it. I just know it's gonna be like $26.
Dude, it's going to taste like the Habit burger. I'm already calling it.
I mean, a lot of people are like, I think also the locations are almost like a Nipsey shrine. Like you go in there and there's like gold plaques on the wall and like photos of Nipsey, and it's like totally like branded in a sense where you're like, I feel like I'm closer to Nipsey a little bit by coming in here.
That's a cool concept design-wise for your restaurant, especially if it's founded by the family of Nipsey. It's astounding that they made a whole restaurant for burgers. It's the Marathon, I eat it. Yo, I love the lettuce, tomato, and beef it's on. Whoa.
Yo, shout out Nipsey, shout out TMC.
Woo.
But that burger, could you do it with no onions, please?
Please.
I do want the tomatoes and the ketchup, but if I get them onions, then I'm about to throw up.
Put onions on my burger, I'm gonna come back here with a burner. I'm gonna shoot you with you, like you, I fucking shot your brother. I'm gonna go down on this shit. Yo, I don't give a fucking shit. Yo, fuck all this shit. You put onions, yo, RP Nip.
Gang violence at the Marathon Burger in Venice. Yeah, now everybody is lettuce.
Hey.
Ooh, yeah, Get that mac sauce.
Turn you into Swiss cheese. If you gonna diss me.
Yo, sesame, like the bun.
Open sesame.
R.I.P. A young legend.
I'm just joking. I promise. I'm not gonna show up with a burner.
He doesn't. We don't own weapons.
If I had a burner, I would kill myself.
Yeah, so bro would have been dead. Just kidding. If you need help, seek it. We appreciate the patrons.
Who can relate?
Who can relate? Joffrey is stuck in traffic as of 12:10.
Okay, that is some fucking bullshit. Stuck in traffic at 12:10. How far away is he?
Well, no, at 12:10 he said stuck in traffic but on the way, and it's 12:40. Maybe I could slide to Best Buy.
Potentially. I don't know. It is like, why couldn't he get here by 12, you know? I mean, we wouldn't be able to have this fun episode, but
right, and he's getting a ride from like 3 other guys that have to come to Long Beach.
Don't blow up his spot right now, bro.
That's the Patreon.
This dude's got a Lamborghini and
he's pulling up in a Rolls Royce,
and he's got a lady that drives it for him, even though it's his.
Dude, I went up a steep hill when I went hiking today, and by the time I got up there, my car was smoking a little bit.
Yo, that's concerning.
But then I lifted the hood, and the homie I was with was like, "It looks like something dripped, and then it's like oil dripped, and the oil is producing that smoke."
That's better.
Because then after the hike, I drove this guy back to his house. I drove back to my house, and then I drove down to Long Beach, and the car is fine. But that was so scary, dude.
Yeah, I hate
like,
that
oh,
shit. Anytime like a random noise happens, I'll be like, what the fuck? My stepdad fixed my air conditioning last weekend.
How?
He just put Freon in there.
And you just haven't had AC for like fucking 3 years.
Yeah, I've just been rolling with the windows down this whole time.
That's so funny. It was an easy fix.
Yeah, it was a very easy fix. But it's also like when you have the windows down, who cares? I always drive alone. Windows down is only annoying if
I know.
you got...
I really, AC is big for me. I think it's just being fat. Like, it's harder to be hot.
That makes sense in many ways. You hit the nail on the head there, bro.
Appreciate you guys for supporting the show. Fucking, we will...
I mean, we're only on minute 37 right now, my man.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dude, we still got 2 more beats.
I thought that was the... I'm so sorry. For some reason, I assumed that was the last beat.
I caught that. You were, like, giving me wrap-up body language.
I thought it... Well, because I was looking at this, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's wrapping up. Never mind. Okay, so I wore the toe shoes on the hike today.
Yes.
And it feels good to be, like... touching the fucking sand and like the mountain gravel and all that.
We both have toe shoes, and we both have them from competing brands. Technically, I don't know if they're actually like at odds with each other. Do you think that the owner of Vibrams has like he falls asleep and he's like, "Fuck Palooza,
fuck Mark Sisson."
Mark Sisson is just a ambassador for Palooza.
No, he's not. He's the creator.
What?
Mark Sisson is like.
Is he the flex guy? Is he the guy that does the flexibility training?
No, that's
okay.
the other guy.
Because that's the only person I've ever seen talk about them.
The thing is, if you've ever like delved into like fucking keto,
you know the guy
online,
who invented the Palooza's shoes name.
You know why? Because I bought this dude's fucking mayo. Like he had a mayonnaise product.
Oh,
and that the mayonnaise product got sold to like Kraft. Or some other company bought this dude's like this guy made like low processed dressing, and he had like 20 of them, and it's called Primal Kitchen.
I remember that.
And then Primal Kitchen was like acquired by Whole Foods for like $1 bazillion. I'm not sure if it was Whole Foods. Some big company acquired this dude's
Amazon
shit.
Primal.
And this dude's been on Rogan and shit, and he's like 60 and jacked. And now he's like, oh, I'm just going to start a shoe company. And low-key, the shoes, I think Palooza looks cooler. And they've got, like, cool influencers pushing it. Like, the guy that we see is goofy, but they got, like, hot women wearing Paloozas. And I'm like, yo, those look good on her for sure.
Dude, I'd like to see those Paloozas on your breast. got them palouvas on my fucking ones and twos, bro. I just gonna put them on my titties. Yeah, they not my shoes. Yeah, I got them bras made with the 5 toes. Got 5 nipples on each breast, I suppose.
Yeah, I slipped into my boob louvas. Yeah, now I'm a boob lover, cause they're super comfy. Yeah, you know me, I'm fucking fly like Humphrey.
Yo, we 5-toe boys making noise. It's a choice that you gotta make, so it's not a choice. If you've gotta think that you're not wearing 5-toe shoes, I will shoot you in your fucking face, dude. Kill you, boo.
Now you're dead, but every single toe is comfortably tucked in, and no one gonna say nothing, cause I got mobilities. The problem is I hiked in them, and now they're dirty as fuck, but I hiked in them last week, and then I just cleaned them off with some water and a rag, and it's all good.
Part of it that I kind of like is that before I was wearing the toe shoes, I might as well have not even had toes. You know what I mean? I was giving them no thought, no sort of consideration for what I'm doing. Now you're
spreading them out.
And now I'm wearing these shoes, and I'm just like, ooh, gotta do a little wiggle with these bad boys down here.
Yeah, dude. No, after the hike last week, because I went hiking last weekend.
They feel like little peanuts stuck in their little canister or whatever you call that. Chamber.
Like, you're getting like it's basically my lower legs from my knee down is getting engaged in ways that never have before. Like, I'm feeling like all sorts of shit.
He actually made a point to never walk until he bought these shoes. He's finally going and exercising.
Matter of fact, a little health update. I took my first shot of the new shit that I got on the black market. Retatrutide.
Retatrutide.
I'm on 1 milligram of retatrutide, not FDA approved. Not only that, I had to reconstitute the powdered peptide.
I saw that you had some sort of like mineral solution in the Amazon cart.
Reconstitution solution.
Retatrutide is an investigational drug. Okay, so you're basically a lab rat right now. Whatever. Being developed by Eli Lilly for the treatment of obesity. It's a novel medication that acts as a triple agonist, don't know what that means, targeting 3 key hormone receptors involved in appetite regulation and metabolism. There we go.
Apparently, you got to ease into it because you might get side effects, but currently I have no side effects. I think my dose is too small, so I'm going to up it next week to 2 mil, or not even next week. Like every 5 days, you basically take a dose. But I already feel like slightly less hungry and impulsive.
What's the last thing you ate?
I had ham and cheese sandwich. Well, with like
not bad.
On some low carb bread.
Low carb bread? Did it have like was it the bread with the nuts in it?
No, it's like they add fiber to it.
I feel like I kind of want to start buying that bread that's like full. It's more nut than bread almost.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like it?
No, I like normal bread. I'm used to the low carb bread, and it's got all this fiber, which apparently is good for you.
I like nuts.
Well, then get these.
I got a bunch yesterday. I get a bunch of different nuts and combine them all in a bag.
I've seen that. I've seen you do that.
And the ingredient is I have a base layer of the deluxe nuts, and that's just pretty much, it's like almonds, cashews, walnuts, peanuts, and it's like like a pound of that or something. And then I get 2 bags of pistachios, preferably unsalted, but they're shelled. They're deshelled, I mean, because of course. And a little bit of pistachio goes a long way.
Right, you don't need a ton of pistachio.
That is a potent flavor. So 2 bags in the Ziploc, and then the final ingredient, Mauna Loa macadamia, garlic onion flavor, bruh. Yo, it's so good, and it gives the whole thing a little macadamia taste. Yeah, it's like I'm over here and I'm praising Hawaiian race.
Reach my hand into the bag, big old handful of nuts. Yeah, you know my dad. He used to love that nuts with the shell. He would crack them, and what the hell?
Mixed nuts combined with a little beef jerky. yo, it's so great when you're over 30 and you're looking for something healthy to eat. Yo, give me please.
Yo, you wanna get real crazy? Throw something in there that's not lazy. Like something with a crack to it. Like something with a crunch. Yeah, you know my Jewish?
Yo, you talking about like those little twigs that they have in the Chex Mix? It's my favorite part, and I usually pick them out.
Oh.
What are they called? I can't remember.
Well, no, like
bro.
if you ever get like a fucking, like an Asian nut mix or Chex Mix type thing.
Chex Mix.
There's like a, yo.
Yo, that's the hint of lime Chex Mix with.
There'll be like a nut covered in like a batter, a crunchy, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to get too worldly.
I gotta
with
pee
this.
so bad right now.
Yeah, let's end it.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Wait, really? That's all the beats?
Yeah, that's all of them.
Okay, later, guys.